Well, guess what I did again?
Unknown
Oh
caller.
gosh. Oh no. It all goes to hell. I always put my camera over the thing. It's not supposed to be there because you can't see me if it's over the thing. So here I am fixing the camera again. First thing live. It's great. But you guys know me and you love me anyway, so I don't care. How about that? Remember when you were little? You used to do that shit. It was funny. It's not funny now. Might be funny if you were in a dark room. Let's see. There, not covered. There we go. Let me fix this. That's my thumb. All right. Look at that. Ah, I'm sitting on a pillow that needs to go behind me because it's annoying. There we go. There we go. Hello. I'm finally done fixing myself. There it is. Hi, Danny. Hi, Sharon. Hello. Hello. Yeah, covered it right up. I don't care. It is what it is, right? How was everybody's week? My gosh, it's cold here. It's cold here in the Midwest. It is cold. Hi, Rachel. I have not seen and chatted with you ages. Ages. Makes me feel old. I'm not old. Kind of old, but I'm not old. I don't care. Hi, Angie. How are you? We're not talking to Angie right now because it's summer where she's at. No, it isn't. Yeah, it is. It is summer. It is summer where she's at. So um we don't associate with those who are having summer right now. Yes, we do. We love you, Angie. Um, and if you're not nice, she'll kick you out of the room. Um, Hi, Sherry. It's hot here in Northern California. 75 yesterday. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, it's a lot. In the Caribbean, it's always summer. Danny, it's a horrible place to live. Leave a place for us to vacation. How about that? How about that? Let me put this in here. Hang on. Okay. I'm typing this up because you know what this is about. Um, uh-oh. No, I don't. Uh-oh. I don't know it. Hi, Amber. How are you? How's everybody doing? Let me tell you, it's been a rough one. We drove to we drove 4.5 hours yesterday there, 4.5 hours back from Michigan. That's always fun. Um, the night before that, we had the grandkids and we took them to um, a hockey game, and that was fun. Um, that was super fun. Let me find out what my little. Why don't I know my? I know it. I figured it out. Yeah. So hey, check this out. So this sex abuse class I'm doing on Tuesday nights, um, a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot, but it's good. You know what I mean? It's real meaty. Um, Question. Let's see. Do you and Lee have any kids together? We do not have any mutual children together. Um, we we lost a couple in the beginning of our relationship, and um, yeah, so we lost a couple, but we have a lot of grandkids, so we're making up for that, and we're having a blast. Like, here's the truth. I'm not even gonna lie. I honestly feel like I don't think Lee and I would have made it in our younger days having children. Um, it's a lot. When you have kids, it's a whole lot, and when no parent knows what they're doing with their first kid, right? No parent knows what they're doing. So mom's trying to figure it out. Dad's not most of the time, so it becomes a problem. Even the ones I know for a fact Lee would have been hands on, that might have got on my nerves. Yeah. um, for sure. Had a dream last night. You and Lee invited me to stay with you, so I came for a sleepover. Sleepovers are fun. Sleepovers are fun. Um, yeah, Danny. I mean, I'm 50. I'll be 54. Lee'll be 55. We're done. I mean, I'm clearly done having kids. Universe shut it down. Um, after after my son was born, he's 16 now. He'll be 16 in July. Um, I think I've had 4 failed pregnancies after that. I've had 16 pregnancies altogether. 16 times this one's been pregnant. I have 4 live children, one that I buried, and quite a few miscarriages. Quite a few. Um, Thank you, Danny. It depends. July 11th. My daughter's is the 7th, and Cameron's is the 15th. The 15th. He'll be 16. He's getting his temps. He's getting his temps next month, I think. He can get them now, but he wants to do a little bit more studying. That's fine. Yeah, he's 16. He's in high school. Is my youngest is 16. My oldest is 31. Well, she'll be 31 this year. I don't know exactly what. Yeah, those 2 are cancers. Um, my oldest and Lee's only child, they are they'll be 31 this year. They'll be 32. Shit, are they 31 or 32? I don't know. I think I don't know. Hell, I don't know. I can't do math. What is that? Um. Thank you, Star. My hair's a little bit messed up today. I don't really care. Like I'm at the point now where my hair is gonna do whatever the hell it wants to do anyway. Except for be blue. I have to do that. I have to put that in there. It's pretty fun. I am doing Cash App card pulls, so anything you want to send, anything that the universe um, has you send. I've got my blue deck with me and my white deck. If you were listening to me and Lee's live the other day, it got pretty raunchy when I was talking about my decks. Can't take Lee anywhere. Hey, Fairy. So yeah, I've got my decks with me. Cash App card pools. Just anything, any donation is accepted. Whatever spirit tells you, whatever spirit guides you to send, we'll do a pool. I usually do one. If spirit guides me to pull 2 or 3, then I do that. I just listen to spirit and do that. So how about that? So I'm doing sex abuse class on Tuesday nights. I'm not 100% positive, but this might have been our last week or next to the last week. Nevertheless, they're getting another class because I'm not done. So I'm extending that out, but it's been pretty emotional in there, and it's been pretty eye-opening, and we're going to get really down into some meat. So I'm also doing sex abuse. I'm doing sex abuse root camps. I'm right in the middle of a sex abuse root camp with someone right now. And my gosh, the healing that is happening, it is amazing. She is understanding so much of her own behavior that has come from the sex abuse when she was a child. It's it's connected. I promise. It's connected. We all um if you were sexually abused as a child, as an adult, as a teenager, it's affecting your relationship in one way or another. I promise it is. So it's been not only an eye opening experience for the ones in the class, but it's been an eye opening experience for me as well. I haven't taught that class in a long time, and I realized myself that there are some things that I haven't necessarily put into healing, that I've put into healing, or that I've attempted to put in healing, and doing my own work, it's a lot. I'm sometimes saying things I've noticed that I'm saying that, why in the hell did I say that? No, I get it. I get it. Going back, picking up things, looking at them. Um, I always feel in a hurry for some reason. I've stopped that this year. I'm not going to do that anymore. But I don't like to be late to things, and it seems like we're always late. But I don't like to feel like I'm in a hurry. It gives me anxiety. It makes me irritable, right? So I'm attempting this year to do things in a timely manner, and you know what? And not beat myself up if it doesn't go in the direction I need it to go. So a lot of times I put a lot on my plate, and then by the end of the night, if those things I've put on my plate were completed, then I feel like I have a successful day. If not, what I've learned to do is take some of that responsibility that I put on me in the first place. So just say I'm baking. I want to get gummies. I want to get nerd ropes. I want to get brownies. I want to get cookies. I want to get cupcakes done. Okay, cool. So it's 8 o'clock at night, and I've started on the candies. I've done the nerd ropes, I've done the gummies, I've done some chocolates and some extra things because I always throw extra things in my list. And then I realize it's 8 o'clock at night. I'm taking a lot of the baking off my list so I can do more of the baking tomorrow. So that's the kind of thing that I'm giving myself grace for this year. And I'm really, really, really sticking by it and learning to um, to give myself that grace. Organization this year is big with me. I'm going to organize. I'm going to stay organized. I'm going to keep it organized. There is a point in time a couple weeks ago when I couldn't even open my kitchen cabinet. Things were falling all over me. So I had to fix that. So there's a lot of things that I have to fix this year, just within me and myself, and physical things, not in here because I don't need fixed. I just need to go into healing on a few things. Guys, get that. That's important. Danny Bailey. I miss my twin, but he is hot and cold with me, very in and out. So I ran away from him, but now I miss him. I don't know if I should reach out. I keep agreeing with him to be cool, but then I change my mind. I need to ask you a couple questions. How long have you been together? Is he seeing somebody else or with somebody else? Those two are important. Um, have you ever lived together? Do you have kids together? I need the backstory, Danny. I need it. Need the backstories. I've got to tell you guys something. So, Lee and I have these little date nights sometimes. We have this adventure challenge book that we go through. Well, nevertheless, we we set up an air mattress. I'm not going to give you the details, but one of the details is we watched everything, everything all at once or something. Everything. What's the name of the damn movie? Um, I don't know. Everything, everything, everywhere, all at once. Right? Was the name of the movie. Has anybody seen it? Has anybody here seen the movie? I'm, I really, I really want to know what your thoughts are on the movie. I'm gonna. I don't want to give any spoilers out or anything. It was interesting to say the least. If it can keep your attention, it can. But there's one aspect of it that's super, super, super interesting to me. Sharon saw it. Um, not together. We're just casual. Not we are just casual. Went to school together. He says he does not want a relationship. I think he sleeps around with a lot of women. Want him, but he said he chooses me to give his time to. Well, if he's choosing you to give his time to, why isn't he giving you his time? I don't understand. Danny, have we talked? Have we talked before? Because I don't want you in a situationship, and it sounds to me like you're in a situationship, and I'm the one to get you out of that situationship. I can do it. Um, of course, one of my favorite bands comes live on Monday night when I'm live. Bumpin' Uglies is live. The movie is everywhere, all the time, all at once. Danny. And Danny, if we talked, very deep, unique, and awesome movie. I saw it with my children. It took me a minute to get past the hot dog fingers, the dildo swords, and the butt plug. However, that being said, those things are important. That is under my nail. That being said, um, I want to experience going back into different universes. I guess I should say different realms. I want to go back to my childhood physically. I want to physically go back. I want to physically um, remember things, see things. Um, I was raised in Christianity. Most of the doctrine now I don't believe in. Um, there are some things that I want to, but some things that I just don't. Right? Um, there's a song comes to my head by a band called FFH, and I forget what they're. I forget what theirs. It's and nevertheless it's a Christian band, wonderful band, awesome. But they sing a song called "One of These Days," and song talks about one of these days I'm going to climb over the mountain. Anyway, it talks about I'm going to finish all the races that I've run, but I've never won. I'm going to see a million faces, recognize everyone. I want to believe. I want to believe that it probably only take a couple seconds. I mean, if I don't know, but I want to believe that when we move on, that there's a period of time when we can look back and see if we made a different decision, how it would have changed our lives. It's probably not going to happen. But I think it would be cool. Nevertheless, the movie sort of is on the basis of that um, this person was going back in different realms and things. And Carlos, is it Carlos? I don't know. Is Carlos here? Carlos, is that you? Are you here? If you are, is Carlos here? I'm just wondering if that was Carlos. Are you here? If not, I don't know. Something happened. Um, it was truly relates to what experienced during our awakening. That's what I'm talking about, Sharon. I received loads of downloads after watching it. It was also touching and emotional in the end. Sharon, this is what me and Lee talked about. We looked at each other when that movie was off, and Lee looked at me and said, I felt every single emotion. Every emotion. Like we laughed, we cried, we were in awe, we were stunned. We it was what Lee described as a roller coaster ride. A roller coaster ride. It was just like that whole movie was just like this. It was crazy. It was fun. It was crazy. I loved it. Um, let's see. Danny. Okay, sounds like a situation. It is a situation trip, and I need to talk to you about it. So how do we get to talk? You and I. Email relationship reinvent at Gmail. Put Sherry in the subject line. After we get done here, I'll check it out. We'll schedule that. We'll schedule 30-minute. We need to. I agree with your perspective, Sharon. It was very Lee and I we didn't even feel the same afterwards. We didn't feel the same after watching Samadhi either. That's another one. If you haven't seen Samadhi, watch Samadhi. Watch Samadhi. Why don't y'all watch Samadhi? Let's start a book club. Why don't y'all watch Samadhi this week? Let's talk about Samadhi next week. Ooh, that'd be great. That'd be great. Let's see. Twin and I do work together. He recently contacted me asking me to do work. We've known each other for 5 years now. Both divorced throughout this time. We're single. We've kept in communication on and off. We've been there for each other as friends. Was there for me the day my dad passed away this year. He completely ignored my birthday and has changed the way he deals with me. How could I bring up my feelings while talking about business? Is this possible? I mean, can you just be right in the middle of a conversation and just say, I really care for you? Just look him in his eyes and say, I really care about you. If you're real froggy, just look him in his eyes and say, I'm really in love with you. Or you can say, he'll be talking about numbers. You are really hot. You look really good today. Would he be susceptible to that? Carlos gets a card reading. Um, 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 um. Hi, Lynette. We're talking about everything, everywhere, all at once. The movie. Carlos Spirits asked me to use the blue deck. That's my original deck. It's an amazing deck. It's a great deck. Lee didn't like me talking about my deck last year, but I don't care. It's Lee. We love him. We do. All right. Let me get my cards together. All right. Please, can you share a little on your experiences with separation, no contact? Yes, Amber, I can. Let me. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Right here we go, Carlos. You got the 35 card. I really should have brought my glasses, but I think I can do that this week. I think I can. I can see today. I don't know why. But I've pulled for you the 35 card, which is the first chakra, Archangel Michael. Camera. Look at my broken nail. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on, first of all, I'm digging that 6-pack. Y'all digging that 6-pack? All right. Let's see what this says for you, Carlos. Number 35 card. Number 35 card. Do you resonate with Michael? I do sometimes. I really do. Michael's guided me through some things. I ain't gonna lie. My son's name is Alan Michael. The one that I buried. I believe he's my angel too. This is stability and security, and it is upright. So Michael holds a beautiful globe of red energy at the first chakra. Michael holds a beautiful globe of red energy at the first chakra, which is located at the base of your spine. This is a place where your sense of stability and security is stored. When this card is upright, it reveals that your energy is flowing freely regarding these issues. Even if you've had problems with feeling secure in the past, these challenges are beginning to be resolved at this time. Archangel Michael is with you, bringing you strength and personal stability. You are capable of taking action and moving forward on your path. So allow yourself to feel increasing faith in your own power and security now and always. And your affirmation is, my first chakra is open to its perfect healthy state. I am strong, stable, safe, and secure. The Archangel Michael guides me and supports me always. Whatever you're fitting to do, do it. 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 Amber, please can you share a little on your experiences with separation, no contact? My twin suddenly stopped contact with me over a week ago. I've surrendered and I'm trusting and focusing on myself. Amber, you're doing better than I did first time, second time, third time, fourth time, and fifth time. Probably even the sixth time. Not so much though. Here's what's going to happen. If you haven't already gone through the sad, depressed, crying stage, right? Stalking stages, seeing what's going on social media. I went to his work. I called his work to see if he was still working there, pretended to be a client or pretended to be a customer. I did a lot of crazy things. And then one day in meditation, heard on the inside, what are you doing? What are you doing? If this person chose you, he would be there. And I agreed. So, I put it all down and I went on with my life. I started dating, married somebody, had a baby, went on about my life. Did I stop thinking about him? Nah. Did I fall out of love with him? Nope. Did I want to be with him? Yup. Did I want to be with somebody who chose me? Yeah. Did I deserve that? Uh-huh. Did I know it was going to last forever? Nope. Did I want it to last forever? Nope. Did I ultimately want to be with Lee? Yep. Did I say anything? Nope. No. Universe worked it out for me. I had to surrender, but I moved on. I went on. If I caught myself obsessing, I switched it off and went to go do something else. If I caught myself obsessing, I even went so far as to date. You guys have heard me say this a million times. I dated a black guy named Lee. It wasn't Lee. It wasn't the same. It was a horrible date. I finally confessed to him. Said, look, here's what's going on. And you're a great guy, but you don't look anything like the guy that I'm trying to land. So, you know, Lee had told me he was married. That caused the separation. Um, we talked about that, but I encourage you to do what you're doing and focus on you. The more you focus on you, the better in the long run. The more you focus on you, the quicker he'll come running. Um, 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 um. Oh, nice, Carlos. Um, Decide to start dating. I wanted to delete him out of my phone. Don't do that. Don't do that. Um, we're gonna talk, Danny. I'm gonna help you out because you know, Lee was a womanizing dog. Bless his heart. He was, and I wasn't gonna live my whole life with looking over my shoulder, right? Now I can't get the dude to go to the store. Sometimes you have to ask for balance. You got to be careful what you wish for. Um, no, but in seriousness, I love that. I love that about him. Um, he's super loyal, and but it took a lot of me being strong and saying, no, I'm not gonna have this type of behavior in my life. I'm not gonna have this type of treatment in my life. You're not choosing me. You're choosing them, and I'm worth way more than that. Hey, I'm gonna be loyal to you. I'm not gonna look over my shoulder. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Yeah, Danny, get a hold of me and let's let's talk. Um, Car- Carlos, what'd you think about that movie? What'd you think about that movie? Hot dog fingers. Let's talk about that. Hot dog fingers. You couldn't do anything with hot dog fingers. You know. Sometimes I feel like I have hot dog fingers. I don't know I don't know what the point of the hot dog fingers were, but it was funny and it was hilarious. And I'm gonna tell you. Look, we did it with cannabis. We pretty much do everything with cannabis, but with cannabis, even better. If you're a cannabis user, cannabis, everything, everywhere, all at once. Great, great movie. Great movie. Samadhi. Has anybody here seen Samadhi? Watch it tonight, Danny. Danny, listen to me though. First of all, don't call the authorities and turn me in for requesting or for what is the word I'm looking for suggesting that movie. Blame Lee. Um, yeah, you watched the first part of Samadhi, and Ashley, you've seen Samadhi. Um, you know what the most interesting part of Samadhi was to me? Danny, feel free to send Lee an email and say it was homework from me and give him feedback on the movie. Why not? The biggest thing I got out of Samadhi. Well, there's a ton. There's a ton. I mean, it is so deep and it is so fascinating. With cannabis, even better. But probably when they said that you'll never reach it. We'll never be able to reach that level. I I tend to agree with that considering we have a human mind and it's limiting. However, according to the scientists, we're only using a tiny bit of our human minds. Tiny, tiny, tiny bits. If we were able to tap into the not even the rest of our brain, I think that I feel once they get to the point where they know how to tap into other parts of our brain, that's going to be, and they already are, I'm sure. but that's going to be the start of the downfall. If the downfall's already started, but this world's going to hell in a handbasket, y'all. Yeah, I heard that. Hell in a handbasket. My grandma used to say that all the time. Going to hell in a handbasket. What if I didn't want to go in a handbasket? What if I wanted to go like in a Camaro or I don't know, something else? Oh no, I was going to hell in a handbasket. What is a handbasket? I'm not even lifted and I want to know what that is. Um, yeah, samadhi. Oh, it was very good. So something I knew was it meant one way to verse jump was weird. I was sober. My wife did not understand most of it, so I explained what I did understand. Yeah, Carlos, I really feel like verse jump. Universe jump's a good idea or a good way to jumping from universe to universe. But it's just how you had to get there was a problem. What if it's that way? What if we all have to do weird things? I'm in. I do weird things. I don't care. Lucy, Sharon, that movie was on point too. I loved that movie. I've seen that movie multiple times because it's intriguing to me. It's intriguing to me. Yes, just like that. Just like that. Once our DNA upgrades, we'll be able to get there and anywhere else we want to go just by thought, I think. Teleporting. I feel it's coming. Hi, Sherry. I'm Jamie Lee. I've been feeling just lonely. It's been like this for almost 2 months. Now, usually I get like this in December before on my birthday. My birthday is 24 December. Well, happy Christmas Eve birthday. Sorry about that. Um, I hope your family was one that got you birthday and Christmas presents because you get the short end of the stick. Um, but it is partially the time of year. What part of the world are you in? You probably got to be in the Midwestern United States because that's where I am, and I don't want to be around people. I don't want to be near people. I had to stop in Walmart today. There was too many people. The only people I want to be around are my grandkids, their parents, and maybe one other person. Well, my kids, Cameron, Lee, of course. Lee's had his moments too, though. Let me tell you. Um, yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I haven't been very peoply lately. I've been not fighting seasonal depression, but waking up going, I'm not gonna look at this dreary sky today. I'm not gonna do it. Um, yeah. Let's see. However, Jamie Lee, if you let's get get with me on a 30-minute and let's discuss it because I don't want it to go too far. I don't want you to get too deep and lost in it, right? I don't want you to do that. This time of year, we should be making sure that we have some kind of physical activity going on. Um, and that's not cleaning the house because that seems to be my physical activity. I'm doing this hula hoop thing I found on TikTok. It's kind of cool. Um, yeah. Um, oh, South Africa. So is it warm or is it cold there in South Africa? You know what? It's my dog chewing on a bone. Yep, she just brought it in. Yeah, big old bone too. And I can say her name 50 times and she doesn't care. She doesn't care. She's rude and she's disrespectful and she just doesn't care about anybody with herself. Hey Gemma. Hey Gemma. Oh, there's the other one. I called one, the other one's gotta go. Um Now she stopped. They don't make great movies anymore. So when we do find one, it's interesting. We're watching Suits. I think it's on Netflix, but we're watching Suits, and it's pretty good. Um, you know, I like to binge watch, but then before you know it, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and Lee has a 9 o'clock session, so we got to get in bed. But I like to binge watch. Lee's really good about watching an episode and turning it off. I can't do that. I wish I could, but I just can't. Rewatching old movies is a thing. It's definitely a thing. We try to find. I can't unless it's like a seasonal movie. Gemma, if Christmas, I'll watch Christmas Vacation multiple times. I'll watch It's a Wonderful Life multiple times every year. But other than that, Forrest Gump, if it's on, we'll watch that multiple times because it's a great movie. But we'll usually try to find a series or something to watch. We've been through all of them. We've been through not all of them, but some of the greats: Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad, Handmaid's Tale, Smallville. We went through the whole thing. We watched Cheers all the way through. We've seen Friends all the way through every season. We've seen now we're watching Suits. I don't know. We watched a lot of stuff. It takes it, Lee comes down. I'm only part-time, so I only take on like one or two clients and maybe a class a week. So really one or two root camps a week and a class maybe two a week, and really maybe only one medium reading a week. Sometimes I get two medium readings, but I prefer to keep them down to one a week. And it gives me time to do other things that I love to do as well, cooking with cannabis. I love doing that. It does something to me when I have my hands and a big bucket of just cannabis and jarring it up and then making things out of it. I don't know. I'm a creator, so those things really keep me going and keep me happy. I love doing those things. Organization. I'm getting ready to. Oh God, y'all! I got to clean the basement. I don't know. I'm not a Catholic, but something's got to go on here. I'm gonna need prayers, and I'm gonna need lots of meditations and healing energies. The basement's a hot mess. Suits, just added it to my list. It's good. It's good. It's summertime right now. We're knee deep in the heat. It's unbearable. Well, maybe we should meet in the middle, Jamie Lee, because it is freezing here. We can't. I can't. It's a lot. People just don't. They're just not happy. I'm not. I mean, I love the colder weather. I love the warmer weather. When it gets unbearably hot, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to winter. And now it's unbearably cold, and I'm going, I can't wait till summer. But this house that we're in is so annoying because we cannot seem to regulate the temperature. We like to sleep when it's super duper cold. And but then we have nights when the grandkids are here and we don't want to freeze them to death. So I'll open up their bedroom window when they're not here and open up the windows upstairs, even if it's like below zero and it gets nice and cold up there. Down here we have a fireplace up there too, but down here we have a fireplace and it really heats up the room that we pretty much stay in. And I do a lot of cooking, so the kitchen stays pretty warm while I'm cooking. The other part of the house stays cold, and I don't care. It's just the three of us here. When the grandkids come, we'll heat it up a little bit. But I don't know, man. I don't want to be in the unbearable heat either. So y'all can keep that. I'll just put another blanket on. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot cold here. I'm a snow person. I love snow. I want it to snow and snow a lot. I should have been born in Boston, but I wasn't. I was not. I should have been. You mentioned focusing on yourself. When I do that, I feel better, but my twin is always on my mind. I daydream about him. I got to get my mind off him. Danny, let's get it done. I'm your girl. I'm your girl. I can get you moved on from that cycle. I'm your girl. I'm your girl. Let's do this. Message me. Let's get this 30-minute done. Let's talk. Let's talk, me and you. Let's get you knowing what you're worth, and let's get. Here's the most important thing to me. I want in the whole world, I want everyone, every single person, every single human being in the whole world, I want to be with the one who chooses them. I want them, I want you to be with the person that chooses you, that you choose each other, and you're both so sick in connection that that there's nothing else out there. When Lee and I are on the couch and we don't have the TV on, sometimes we'll have like the music playing. But when we sit on the couch and we just stare at each other, oh, oh, it's so moving and it's so powerful. Um, it's um, it's amazing. I want everybody to wake up with the one who chooses them, to fall asleep with the one who chooses them. I want you to have dinner with the who chooses you. I want you to have coffee with the one who chooses you. I want you to wake up and have coffee with the person that you love and that loves you back. And it's beautiful. And sometimes they're annoying, but you love them so much they can be annoying all they want, right? Um, I want everybody to feel this. I want everybody to have this. I want everybody to experience this because I know it's possible. Because guess what? It happens over here. Over here, it happens. It's a whole other universe. It's a whole other verse, guys. Jump on in here. Jump in here and feel what it feels like. You ain't going to leave. You ain't going to jump out. I want to get you all there. I want you all to feel this. I'm so excited. I want you all to feel it. Oh, let's see. Post on your community, list the show and movies you watch because I like to binge watch too. Yeah, we can do that. We've watched a lot of them. Have you watched Handmaid's Tale? Whoa. I feel when I'm alone, I have so much I can talk about and I want to share myself. And even now, but then I'm like, nothing can come out. Jamie, write it down or just the idea. Write it down. Oh, I'd like to talk about how you hung that picture on the wall, how he hung the picture. Uh, write it down so you don't forget. I've had to do that a lot. Talk to Lee about his tone. No, I didn't do that, but I would. Talk to Lee about, I'm not sure what he meant by that tone of voice. Write that down. I feel I'm trying to be as acceptable as possible or want to say the right thing. I don't want to make a mistake. I can't find the word for it. You're walking on eggshells, girlfriend. You are walking on eggshells around somebody who's probably not even asking you to. I did it. I did it for a long time. Amber, Sherry, would you recommend cannabis for recovering repressed memories of my childhood sex abuse, or should I not try to uncover? In 2020, I felt called to it and started uncovering, but wasn't ready. Um, there's a certain yes, there's a certain strain. I can't remember, but I'll find it and I'll do the research and I'll figure out what it was. Um, I write down most things, so I'll know. Um, there was a certain strain of cannabis that I used that really brought some things up when I asked it to, like when I asked my body to. I had to be in sort of a meditative state, so it had to be an indica strain and it had to be a high potent indica strain. So when I um was it I believe I don't know. I don't want to give you wrong information. Um I will I'll let you know. Or what did I just do? Email me at relationshipreinvent@gmail.com. And I just put strain or cannabis strain or whatever, and that'll remind me, and I'll look that up for you and let you know what it is. But if you can get if you can get by yourself, lay on a bed and play some something spiritual, some go gongs or monks chanting or whatever it is that you use to meditate or go into meditation. Um, and you can go back into your memory without assistance. Honestly, you can do this on your own. Um, I can do a guided meditation. I'm more than happy to, but you can do it on your own as well. But if you're not sure you know how, I can certainly help you. Um, to get in there and go back. I also got a worksheet or two that I can help you with. So, Amber, message me on in the email relationship reinvent at gmail.com and put Sherry in the subject line or whatever. And I'll get to it tonight and we'll figure that out. Um, yeah, because I want you to be able to I don't want you to be on like a sativa strain where you're like wanting to do the dishes. You really need to be sort of in a relaxed state. So indica strain is what you're going to need. Um, I have that in my list right now. Blacklist. I haven't seen that one yet. You're welcome, Amber. Um, we we watched which one did we watch? Sons of Anarchy. We watched twice. We started a third time, like it was going to change something. You know what I mean? I really wanted it to change a couple things, but it didn't. It was the same brutality all the way through. Um, Lee and I like to watch a lot of Tyler Perry things as well. Um, we have a bunch of clients who work in that industry for him and do a lot of his shows and movies. So it's fun to watch the shows and know the person who's acting. And so we watch a lot of we watched If Loving You Is Wrong. It's gone now, but it was amazing. We watched The Have and Have Nots. We're currently watching Ruthless. We're currently watching The Oval, Sisters, Bruh. I don't know if it's coming back or not. Fatima. I particularly like All the Queen's Men. Um, Lee likes it too, but I particularly like it. Um, but so yeah, we watch a lot of that stuff too. We watch a lot of reality shows because I do a lot of reality events. We have a lot of reality events that come about where we have the opportunity to interact and meet um, and actually become friends with a lot of people in the reality world, in the reality show business. So we were just we were just watching a show today when we were sitting. Where were we at today? Oh, we were sitting at the car dealership and we were watching a show and there was a friend of ours just standing there. I was like, He's everywhere. He's always everywhere." And but we tend to watch a lot of like 90 Day Fiance, Love After Lockup, um, the things like that. 90 Day the Other Way, all those types of things. So I don't know. It's 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 got a lot to do with, we talk to people and listen to people's issues and problems all day long. And Lee especially is in session most of the day, so he's talking to people. I normally don't see him for an 8-hour day, except for sometimes he'll come down for an hour, and sometimes he'll be like, I don't have another session till like 6. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's go. And so, but I tend to look at his schedule at night and surround my day with his schedule so I know what time he's off so we can hang out or I can get some things done. Oh, you got to work all day. I can get some things done. But yeah, I don't I was rambling. I don't even know what I was talking about. Not even high. Um should I not try that? Would you recommend cannabis for recovery? Okay, I already answered that. Yeah, okay. So anyway, it is It is I got 5 more minutes, and then my husband comes down. Oh, that's what I was talking about, the show. So, yeah, it's a good come down, just to know that something's on that's mindless, that we don't have to the worst mistake we made in the beginning was we would be done working sometimes, and we would go watch, like, Dr. Phil. something. And Lee wanted to coach him all the time. Lee wanted to be like, why is he telling him that? That's not right. And I certainly wasn't going to write Dr. Phil and say, Dr. Phil, you told these people that they should do this and they probably shouldn't. And here's why. So we're not going to argue with Dr. Phil McGraw. We're just going to not turn that into a stressful situation. So every now and then we'll try to catch an episode, but it's hard. It's hard. It's very human. And Alanya Van Sant, however, boy, that's it's a totally different. Her show was crazy. She's done some things. She's done some things. I love that. I love that. Well, it's true, Danny. I mean, it's I Lee just we both really just wanted to help coach. It was crazy. Kept telling myself my twin is just mirroring me, so it's all just me, not him. But then sometimes I do feel that it's him and his own trauma. I feel a bit confused with the connection. Um, Amber, um, it's more than likely all of that. Um, it's more than likely his trauma and your trauma that's showing up that you don't realize is showing up. Um, I didn't realize that I was sexually abused. I realized that. I knew that I was sexually abused, but I didn't realize how much it was bringing in. I was physically abused. I was emotionally abused. I was mentally there's so much, right? So, now I'm away from all that and I have a nice, healthy, loving connection that's that that's secure and it's me and Lee aren't perfect. We do bicker. I mean, we're together all the time. Y'all bicker with him too. Um, but I realized that I had big control issues and I don't really want all this control over everybody and everything. And then I really tried to be less controlling. And the universe even, spirit even took me away from everybody for 2 years, set me in a situation where I was controlled. And that still didn't even get through to me. But what did finally was the universe said, you know what? You have no control over liver disease and liver transplant. So let's do this. Right. And then you'll learn that, it's not the only reason I got liver disease, but it was part of it. And I had no control over it. I had no control if I was going to live or die. I didn't. The only thing I had control over was my pain level. And they wanted to feed me a bunch of opiates. And I didn't want opiates. I didn't want any pain medicine. I didn't want anything that was going to make me sick to my stomach or knock me out or make me loopy. So I used cannabis as a pain reliever. And so um, it I realized that my control issues came from my trauma, right? And I've released that. I've released the control issues. I don't need control anymore. Sometimes I find myself still being controlling, but there are so many things that happen that are trauma reactions or trauma responses, right? And we don't even realize it. We don't know. Um, and that's what I can do. I can help with things like that. That's my niche. That's my niche. Um, it's both, Amber. If you both weren't involved, then there wouldn't be an issue, right? There's the old saying, it takes two to tango, right? It does. Um, but there's an effective way to communicate, and there's a loving way to communicate. And after all the turmoil and the things that Lee and I still learn, that's why we're here being able to help you guys because we've been there and we've tried to take all the other ways out. And then finally, we had to learn the hard way that this is the way this works. Um, we were just connected to the point where we were able to get through it all. Um, and we're not done. There's other things coming, but we know how to get through it. But it's both of you, Amber. It's not just you, so don't place all the blame on you. Both of you are having trauma responses. Um, Can I just click the link to schedule the 30-minute? Well, it's hard with me because my schedule's weird. But yeah, if you can, is my schedule up? Does it say Sherry? I'm curious because if you schedule a 30-minute just through the link, you're going to get Lee. That's what's going to happen on the schedule. If you click, unless it shows a schedule for my availability. Try that, Danny. If you can see on the schedule my availability, then by all means book whatever time I've got open there, because I only open like certain days, certain times. But if it's not there, you're going to end up getting Lee for your 30-minute, which is fine too, because Lee's a pretty smart cookie. My email, the email that you would use to get a hold of me is relationship reinvent. I'll put it right here at gmail.com. I'll put it right here. RELA. Oh. There. It's for anybody who wants to schedule with me. Put Sherry in the subject line so I know. And then I'll get back with you. Otherwise, you're going to get Lee, and he's going to get back with you. Lee gives me dad vibes. Lee gives me daddy vibes. No. Scratch that from the record. Lee makes me want to cry. Me too sometimes, Danny, but for a different reason. You know what he did to me earlier? I'm going to tell you, I had a Zoom with a client upstairs. I went upstairs and I got on Zoom, and he had a filter on it. He had a mustache and a goatee because he knew I didn't know how to turn it off. So I get on I turn on the screen, and I'm full of facial hair. I look like Barry Gibb. And he thought it was cute. He thought it was funny. When I yelled down at him, please come fix this, I hear him laughing. He thought it was hilarious. You know what I'm doing next week? I'm going to wear my contacts. I'm going to have blue eyes next week. I'm going to have blue eyes, and we're going to talk about samadhi. Sometimes his behavior is concerning, but I just tell myself it's my abuse trauma manifesting in him. But then I feel like maybe I'm not holding them accountable for his own actions. You know what, Amber? He can't even take on your trauma responses. He can't take on your trauma because he's probably got so much of his own. There's no room for it. He's acting on his own trauma. I can't wait to talk to you either, Amber. So get with me and do a 30-minute. Use that address. And y'all have homework this time. Watch Samadhi and come back next Monday, and we're gonna have a discussion about it. We're gonna have a great weekend next weekend too. We're going to see one of our favorite bands 2 nights in a row in Cleveland, Ohio. If you're up near Cleveland, Ohio, we're going to be up there all weekend. It'll be fun. And we're going to do some traveling this summer. We're coming to see you all. We're getting out of this house. You know what we should do? We should come to the warmer climates now, right? That's what we should do. You guys got homework? Watch Samadhi. It'll be great. We're going to talk about it. We're also going to answer your questions. Have a good time, as we always do. Little bit more. Lee is still doing root camps. Obviously, Leah is taking it to a whole other level. Lee and I are still doing the sessions we have together for 8 sessions, 3 with me, 1 together, 3 with him. The third one's together. I'm still doing sexual abuse root camps. I'm in the final couple classes of our sex abuse class. After this is over in 2 weeks, I am starting another sexual abuse healing program. So if you've been sexually abused, raped in any way, shape, or form, touched without your consent, sex abuse class is the place where you can start your healing or continue your healing. It's deep, it's personal. I only let 5 in. This one's only got 4 in it because I knew it was going to be really deep. So I've I'm going to be running another one of those after I'm done with this one. I'm also doing another spiritual gift class. So if you need to develop your spiritual gifts, if you're hearing voices, if you know things, if you've been told you had gifts, if you know you have gifts but you're just not 100% sure how to develop them, I'm doing a spiritual gift class. I'm starting in 2 weeks, and I'm only taking again 5 because we want to get personal and we want to talk about your gifts and we want to tell you how to develop your own gifts, and we're going to talk a lot about the stigma and the things that are holding you up from developing your gifts. um so another one that I'm doing is I'm going to do another group reading class. Those were fun. So I have 5 in the group reading class, and everybody gets touched on. Like, everybody gets touched on every time I do these classes. Like, one person might get a whole reading the whole class, and the next class might be 2 readings cut up, and the next class might be a whole other reading for somebody else. But by the end of the 5 weeks, everybody has got a reading from somebody. I mean, from me, but everybody has had an experience. So I'm doing those too. If you're interested in any of those things, again, email relationshipreinvent@gmail.com. Put Sherry in the subject line. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you're after. I'll get back with you. Um, Lee's schedule's already up as well. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.